things are going to change here in 30 seconds. So I'm going wide. I'm back to neutral. That's it. I'm going to leave you for a couple minutes. Hopefully I'll be back.
All right, we'll see what happens here. We'll see if we actually get some action. Will we get the move? Let's find out. Yesterday's pop, definitely got to give Joel the credit there. Nice call, Joel, with the top action in the pre-market. Let's see what Joel got up to today.
I don't know. Well, light. We just went to 37.
Going a little wide here.
37.75. So the initial surge took it where we're supposed to. I don't know if the numbers are out yet, but we got initial pop, so it's okay. I wish we would have kept going there. What do you got for me, Mitch?
PPI final demand declined 0.5 in March. Goods fall 1.0. Services decreased 0.3. When we look at month over month, we were expected at 0.1. We came in at a negative 0.5% here. Core PPI month over month for March at a negative 0.1 versus a 0.3 expected. Prior was 0 there. So definitely coming down on the core PPI, coming down on PPI month over month. Still looking at the year over year reading, but it got initial jobless claims here at 239,000 versus 232. Prior 228,000. So there you guys see it, at least initial jobless claims showing a little bit of a spike, showing that little bit of a turn in the labor market. Year over year PPI at 2.7% versus a 3% estimate. So definitely coming down. That's seeming like the market's looking like it's a good outlook here on the first reaction.
Yeah, I mean, the market is getting what they wanted so far. We get the initial pop, they jam the stops. If you had a buy stop in there, you're long at 37.75. There was nothing in there. The jobless claims, it kind of feels like I'm not going to make the same call that I did yesterday, but it still feels a little bit thick on the upside here. And I think if there's a reason for it, well, of course, we could just keep ripping. I think the reason for it is we got a big day tomorrow, Mitch. We got all those banks coming up, and maybe people are like squaring off. Like, you still had a nice rally. There still seems to be the bid that Mark and Dennis mentioned. There's still a bid underneath the market. Let's see if we get to that pre-market high, 37.75. The intraday high from yesterday, and I actually left that off my sheet. Shame on me. If you want a nice juicy upside target, that would be 41.61 was the intraday high. But right now, it's a battle of 41.30 area. The initial pop is being sold here a little bit. In the stocks, what are we seeing? We're still seeing some more green in the stocks. Apple was a great indicator yesterday. Remember, I was like, man, this thing's nowhere near the high in the move. And as it turned out to be a good indicator. Let's see what Apple did. The biggest component in the S&P, that got a spike to 161.50. Let me adjust my charts here. Just give me a second, folks. How does that trade in relation to yesterday's range? No, nowhere near that 162.06. So I think it's like some good numbers, Mitch. I think there's a little sigh of relief, but I still don't think that the street is 100% convinced that we got inflation whooped. What's your take on that?
Yeah, I would say that's true there. I think one of the things is exactly what you're thinking, right, is the banks, right? I think that's going to be the focus for a lot of people today. And so that's why I've been keeping a close eye on like a Goldman Sachs and these banks, right? One thing that I've talked about on Goldman Sachs that I've seen happen repetitively, multiple times I've seen this pattern, is that they buy it into the earnings. And of course, Goldman Sachs reports early next week. But at the same time, I always look for the early reaction in Goldman in the banks to show me a little bit of how they're looking at it. Are they trying to run it into the earnings?
Listening to a little Benzinga doing some live SP500 trading.
That's something
The
that I don't expect.
inflation
to
came in a
say
little bit
will
under expected. So right
overly
now,
go
look at
upward.
that
I saw
market pop. We're
yesterday
still able to
they
get it.
caught
It did
that
this
dip
little
and it
retracement after
pulled
the
back
pop, and now we're
strong towards like
maintaining
328,
that. So
and
we're
all of a
probably going
sudden
to
by the end
sell
of
in
the
a
day it was
second
back to
and then
330.
reposition before market
You know
open.
what I like to look at, you know, for the banks, and just because it's not a super exciting or stock, but Bank America, because of the liquidity in it,
Mhm.
you know, and like to me, like I'd be licking my chops if this thing gets over 29, right? But right now, resistance is resistance, and you have to respect that 29. It's been in a recent downtrend. So that's what I kind of use in my indicator. The JP Morgan's been the reason I like to keep an eye on JP Morgan is because it's one of the top components of the S&P. That's been kind of blah lately. That's forming a wall and resistance at the 130 and a half area. So there's been some rallies, just not much. Triple D, you're back already. We're very disappointed.
There's actually a pretty good pop off of it, but you know what? These numbers are good, man. Like the
I know.
bulls have are getting all the information they need. Obviously disappointed that the rally didn't hold yesterday, so then you're skeptical. Is this one gonna hold too?
Yeah.
But you know, we don't have the Fed minutes, so that's something to consider.
And what I think
before the
this
Fed minutes
points to
happened.
is the trend, right? The trend is inflation's going away. It might not be as fast as everybody wants it to, but it is on a trend down. I think we could clearly say that, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's what we said yesterday after the CPI data. I feel like this is a repeat of the show. I mean, every information that you wanted as a bull, you're getting right now.
Yeah.
You know, you're beating inflation. You're not seeing any, obviously, you know, more bank failures. Geopolitical risk, you know, is down or it's at least quiet over there. I mean, everything you want from a bullish perspective is there, yet we still didn't rally on it yesterday. So I hope not all this good news is already baked in.
We
This
are
is why
currently
some
listening to
bullish news now
Benzinga.
it's
They're
trying to
giving some
ignore all
market
the
news
fundamental
about
flow and the macro
the
flow
recent
news,
economic
and that's what's
situations or
swinging me
the
a little
news
bit to the
release. I believe
bull
it's
side.
the
But
CPI
I don't
after
know,
the
maybe you
PPI.
guys not
Talking
rallied
about the
on this. I
PPI
would have thought you'd be
yesterday.
up way more on this.
Very
Just like I was saying, I
interesting
thought you'd be up way more, but we couldn't hold.
dichotomy
So
between how the
everybody's
market
skeptical.
acted and what the numbers came out, and
I'd say the
that's what
market
they're
is
discussing.
just you know, putting together what both of you guys are saying. If you guys didn't catch my interview yesterday on the closing print, we had one of our old trading buddies on, Rob McLister. He is a Canadian housing and mortgage expert, follows everything really closely. And what he's seeing is he's seeing the slowdown already. He's seeing, you know, the numbers, the unemployment numbers, and he is
We're just
being
listening to a
very
little
patient
Benzinga right now.
and waiting for the
Probably should
Fed
have
to
got out of
move
this
because
trade,
he
but we were
doesn't
just
think
doing
it's
a little
ready. I
bit.
think, you know, he
The
can't
numbers
predict
came
what
in
the
decently,
inflation
but there's a
numbers are going
dichotomy
on
between
or
what's going on in
exactly
the
what the
market and
market's going to do. But he
the
just,
numbers that
it's
came out. They're
coming.
not, the market's not
This
reacting
year
as
it's
positively as
fine
it
until
should.
later
And
in the
that's what,
year.
listening
But
to a
when
little
you look at
review
these
on that.
numbers, are we slowing down? Are we going into a recession? Are we going to need interest rates to start come down to give this market another leg higher?
Well, that's the question. I mean, this is what, you know, if we're bringing in inflation down, is it because we're slowing down? So now I think this is why, you know, looking at it from the silver lining from the bearish perspective is that, hey, yeah, inflation's coming down, but the market isn't rallying on these last couple data points. Is it nervous about, you know, potential earnings season? Is it
That's
nervous
it, yeah.
that we're
Yep.
coming down? I mean, it's hard to have your cake and eat it too. This is why I've been, you know, with the 65% cash, because I've been of the opinion that, hey, even if inflation starts to come in, the only reason it's going to come in is because they tailspinned us into
Right about to hit it. We
recession.
think it's going to drop. So
So
hopefully it takes its trade. We're
but you
like
know, we've
100
rallied
bucks
on
after.
this. So now we look and the data you want is
Come on.
coming in.
Gonna pop
We
up a
haven't
little
really
bit.
had any
There we
bad
go. We
earnings
are
really
out of
yet.
there. All right.
Maybe the bad earnings are coming.
$137 after
Maybe the
about
Fed was telling us something, right? We
$134.
saw the minutes yesterday.
That's trade one.
Quoted in the minutes,
Entrance,
given their
exit.
assessment of the potential economic
Boom,
effects
right
of the
there.
recent banking sector development, the staff
All right, we're
projection
about to get
at
into
the
another
time of the
trade.
March meeting
And it would really
included
been
a
nice to
mild
sell it up there.
recession
That
starting
would have
later
been
this year with the recovery over the next 2 years. I think this is
$5
really
more
interesting because now they're
things
pretty
is
much
going to still
expecting
stairway
lending to
up. So we're
tighten
looking
and
for a
credit
stairway up.
conditions to
Sorry if there's a
deteriorate.
flutter with the
Yet the market is
Benzinga,
showing
but
really positive
oh man,
growth
it's going to
here.
right up.
So
We feel
which
that
one's
this
going
is
to
the
be
line
right?
until
Is it going to
go
be
to. So
recession,
going to probably
or are we just
rejockey
going
in
to
and go long
continue
again.
climbing this wall of worry?
I like Eric Rock's comment here. Inflation gone, crude at like basically the high for the year. Once again, you talk about the lagging, the indicators of these numbers. I mean, you look what crude did. If they took this reading in the middle of March, boom, now you're here. You can look at sugar and some of the other commodities. But if you guys want an, hey, watch out there, Dennis. We're taking another leg lower here. I don't know if someone, yeah.
mean, it's the same thing. We are having trouble holding gains here.
Yeah.
Somewhat concerning.
Man, I should not have gone out that trade.
What I was going to say was if you
I thought that was
going
going to go back up and ramp up leading into market open. So I might actually just rejockey in and keep the loss. But yeah, it looks like it's going to get strong. It could pop down fast.
And yep, he's going to come on. So catch that. And I'll tweet it out if you guys want to join. We had a great discussion yesterday. S&P stopped where it's supposed to, Dennis. I mentioned 3650, and you only got one shot at that because now we're 10 handles away. I can't really say that. I mean, I don't want to. It's not as bold as it was yesterday when I felt the pre-market high was the high for the day. And then if you were selling stocks, I still kind of feel that way. But, we're only 10 handles away, and I still...
Man, I kind of feel like a chump. I just lost about, let's see here, I lost about $150.
For earnings season, if you look at things on a quarterly basis, yeah, you still got to be bullish. If you look at things on a weekly and a daily basis here on a Thursday, before you get Thursday's price action, I'd have to say a little bit on the negative side. But we got a lot of time left in the trading session. Mitch, what else do you have for us?
All right, let's go to now the streaming services. So everyone's trying to wonder what's going on with Netflix today. It could be what's going out of Warner Brothers. It's having kind of conversations on this. Of course, the takeaways from Max event. So they just had an event, HBO Max. Warner Brothers and Discovery is combining HBO Max and Discovery Plus content to form a new streaming service. I wonder who was saying that 2 or 3 months ago. It was clearly obvious, team. You could see Discovery's content slowly leaking onto HBO Max, and that's why I pointed it out. It was kind of an obvious thing. Now, pricing will remain the same for current HBO Max plans. And what was noted was there's an analyst note. It was by Laura Martin, and she's noting that Netflix has a single streaming service aimed for everyone, while Walt Disney has 3 services. And then now Discovery Max teaming up and going into one service should give them the lift. But also you're seeing Netflix get a lift off of this right now. We're trying to determine if there's anything else out on Netflix. I know we saw a rating out, but it's a big pop today on Netflix, about $6. And I'm going to keep, of course, WBD on watch because it did do a little pop in the pre-market of 1460. I don't know if that was an off print. Maybe Dennis can check to see.
Just looking to a little Benzinga. We're going long right now. We just hit a long at 4130. 325.
Thoughts here. I'd say Netflix. I'd be concerned about yesterday's high, and I think we kind of in the pre-market bring it back to Netflix here, Joel. I think
you're reading my mind.
I think bring it back up. And look, where did we get here in the pre-market? We're struggling at 340. Yesterday's high was 342.
first day, I did $12,000. And that was like, wow, that was cool.
We had about 800.
I think this major wall of resistance there.
He's noting that Netflix has a single streaming service aimed for everyone, while Walt Disney has 3.
Hey, before you get there,
move here. So
what he's saying is
that I don't
on me.
Bit of a turn in the labor market. Year over year PPI at 0.3. When we look at month over month, we were expected at 0.1.
All right, that traders just exited. We're probably going to re-enter along almost instantaneously at a slightly better price.
Over month for March at a negative 0.1 versus a 0.3 expected. Prior was 0 there, so definitely coming down on the core PPI, coming down on PPI month over month. Still looking at the year over year reading, but it got initial jobless claims here at 239,000 versus 232. 0.3 when we look at month over month, we were prior 228,000.
All right, that traders just exited. We're probably going to re-enter along almost instantaneously.
So there you guys see it, at least initial jobless claims showing a little bit of a spike, showing that little bit of a turn in the labor market. Year over year PPI at 2.7% versus a 3% estimate. So definitely coming down. That's seeming like the market's looking like it's a good outlook here on the first reaction.
Yeah, I mean, the market is getting what they wanted so far. We get the initial pop, they jam the stops. If you had a buy stop in there, you're long at 37.75. There was nothing in.
All right, looks like our trade actually turned out well. Look at that. Boring. We're probably going to be looking to enter the trade in 5 minutes time. Market open is heading up in about 25 minutes. Slightly for ink volume. All right, we just set our stop loss right in the profit there. All right, we're already $62 in profit, 75 now. And it looks like we might possibly readjust our sell limit to actually even below where it is and not push what we have. Okay. I actually would like to take more so right around there. 41.37.25. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it the way it is. Market opens is coming up, and I think it's going to pop. No, I'm not going to do that. I actually think it's going to hit more so up here. I'm going to either take the stop loss and re-enter, or I'm going to ride it up to about probably 41.50. Even if I hit this, I'm probably going to re-jockey in. Unless other things change in the meantime, but I don't think so. If anybody would like, there's only 2 of you watching right now, but if anybody would like any analysis on some cryptos or anything along that lines, just let me know. So far, we've had long sell, short sell, 2 successful crypto trades. Right now, maybe I'll get out of this one and take my $50 and re-jockey in. Stuff's been a little bouncy lately, but if you like anything to be analyzed in crypto or anything else, please let me know. We'll go take a look at Bitcoin right now. Hey, look at that. Okay, this is what our Bitcoin prediction was. We think a possible spike up right here, which would be about I was looking for a 500-point spike at the time with a little maybe retracement right after. But if it's really Bitcoin, it could actually go up even higher. I mean, it's Bitcoin, so it could go boom. I think up more so. You could hit 31,250, pop back down, pop back up, shoot back down, and then I think it levels out. I think I might take my $50 in this SP500 trade and rejockey in right now. Probably seems smart with the way the market's going. It's just going to go up and down. Why not take the $50? Oh, God, come on. Okay, let's see here. I just don't know. I like where I am, but now I'm going to do it. And it already hit me. Damn. This not hit my stop loss somehow? Now that is weird. Now that is weird. I gotta take a picture of this because these software. Wow. Just stop loss never hit. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Stop loss. Stop loss never hit. It's at 0. Up. Stop loss never hit, even though it was down there. 0 well under. Wow. Oh, there you go. Wow. That was amazing, the stop loss. I love Trade Ovate, but that you just watched a glitch in some software happen for a day trader. It doesn't happen as much for swing traders or anybody else. But it's definitely something that happens for a day trader. You just watch it happen live. Totally missed my stop loss. Shot back up, hit the stop loss on the rise. That was impressive. You don't see that very often. Be aware of your trades. That's why you got to set these alarms. There might be a little retracement going, I kind of feel. I'm not sure. We kind of rode this little ride up. There's some really good economic news, but the economic news yesterday didn't react as well. So I think this is going to hit up here sometime today. I personally think that S&P is going to go up. It would be 15-point rise. I think it's going to hit up there. Bitcoin, this is what I think the pattern is going to be. But maybe it goes contrary. The inflation is down. The stuff shot up. So this is what happened. Inflation announcement came, shot up. It was really good news. Everybody settles down, you rethink their life, and we're like, hey, stuff's good. Then maybe we're like, hey, stuff's not that good. Play the course of a few minutes, but if anything, I think it might go down, hit somewhere around here. Then we shoot our way back up. We have about 17 minutes away. Also, for those of you listening, there still should be a valid Discord link in the chat. We do a lot more signals going out daily or as close to we can. Good spot to be to get the best news. Personally, I still think I would go long. If you had one trade where you're like, hey, I need to put the trade in now, and I have to exit it 4 hours from now. Let's say that. I would say long. I think it might go down do all this rocky stuff, but it could do a lot of different things. But stuff likes to create and take liquidity, and there's a gap here. This gap right here, which was filled by this, came right up to this little line. Why did it do that? Because this line was where stability was. Got up there. Now it's going back down, getting somewhere along this line where it has some gathering. So personally, I think, could just shoot right down. The SP 500 is crazy. It's something that I trade only on very short terms. I keep very tight stop losses, and it's probably the most successful thing that I trade. Bitcoin is a confusing little whore, but it does some amazing moves in a very short amount of times. Like, look at this. We rode this up for $1,950. We got out early. We got out like right here. I rode this thing up for another $800 and almost $50. But our trade was amazing. We rode it from here to here. Boom, we got out like right about here. Happy as hell. Went all the way up here, shorted it, didn't get down here. I already gave up on the short. I'm out of it. I took my little loss. Could have gotten in profit. I had like $150, $200 profit right around here. It's an idiot. Didn't get out. I'm out. I think Bitcoin's probably more likely going to shoot up. S&P 500, though, is working in a contrary manner. It's going to move sharp. It's going to go really, really fast. Whatever it does, I think it could go shoosh, shoosh, like down real hard, up real hard. Thing moves more than you think. People think cryptos move a lot. No. The S&P is probably the easiest way to make 50 to $100 with 30 trades a day. It's insane. Yeah, I think I started tonight with 51 right here, 51,170. Just under $500 in profit for right now. Would have been a little bit more. I didn't sell this one. Like this one right here, you look right here. Bought it here, sold it here. This gap I had all this time. Oh man, that would have been, it says every single one divided by in half. I would have made 100, a little bit over 175 there. That'd been nice. But can't complain. What you're doing, what Bitcoin's doing. All right, just going to wait a little bit, wait till this market opens. Maybe you're going to put on some other crypto traders, listen to them for a bit while we figure out our next move. All right, I might just say, forget it. I already made enough money. If you are not in profit right now, this is not a trade you should make. This is a trade because I've already made a few hundred and I'm doing it. If you want, I would do a lower amount, or I would do maybe a micro mini. I'm doing e-minis right now. That's a 50x trade. You do micro minis. Micro e-minis, something I would consider. This thing might turn against me instantly, and I might lose $300. So I'm taking that chance. It might drop down to here, which is something I think is very possible, and I literally might lose all my profit. So I'm just taking a chance that it might not, and I'm going to probably play it tight. Again, ready for a fast stop loss setting on this one. No messing around. Me putting on some Mike Schwartz by Schwartz, some really good technical analysis in relation to the SP 500.
YouTube. My name is Mike Schwartz. Hope you guys out there having a great day. So we've already had the news come out this morning in terms of core PPI and unemployment. Core PPI came in better than expected, minus 0.01. It was expected to come in at 0.2%. PPI month over month came in at minus 0.5, so 0.5% lower. It was expected to come in at 0. The unemployment claims also rose. So new people filing for unemployment benefits rose to 239,000 versus the forecast of 233. Now, the week before, it was 228. So we are starting to see a weakening of the labor market. Now, what is that? How is that going to affect the markets moving forward? Well, when we jump over and take a look at the charts, I want to share with you guys the trade from last night during the live stream before we jump into the analysis for today. But last night on stream, essentially going long there, looking for the retest of value area low. I was up pretty good last night. I seen it starting to come down. I went ahead and killed the trade. Wake up and yes, target number 1 would have been hit, and it's on its way. Target number 2 I had all the way up here near value area high. So, obviously I could have got more out of the trade than closing it out, or at least it appears at this time. We'll see how that all shakes out as today progresses. Now, as we look at the daily chart, yesterday we had a bearish candle. However, are we going to undo everything that was done yesterday in terms of for the bears? The bears were able to get the market moving down on a little bit higher than what we've seen recently in volume. Still volume, not the heaviest, still a little bit light, but in relations to what we've seen over the past couple of weeks, volume did pick up a little bit. Are we about to undo all that and go ahead and complete this bull flag pattern, which is going to take the market up to substantially higher prices? Well, before we jump into that, let's look and take a look at the weekly charts real quick. And there's a couple levels I'm watching. Now, if this bull flag pattern does play out, that's going to bring the S&P all the way up to about 42.85. However, if we can crack down below the price point of 40.95, 40.96, somewhere in that ballpark, then 40.81 is going to be on deck. Then from there, I really want to focus on 40.23 to see if the market can make it down towards that price point, and then potentially 4,006. Now, you might say, Mike, why 4,006? Well, it's very simple. On the daily chart, if we pull a Fibonacci retracement from the low up here to the high, the 50% retracement comes in right around 4,009, which kind of correlates with that value area low. So again, they're both within the same ballpark. Now, before I continue with this morning's analysis, I do want to remind you guys, I stream live Monday through Thursday, 8:45 p.m. If you'd like to join me, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button down below and turn on the bell notification. I also want to remind you, I tried it again this morning. Apex is still having their 80% off sale. I don't see it publicized anywhere, but I tried it again this morning and it was still showing 80% off. So if you'd like to trade with funded trading programs, you might want to go ahead and check the link in the description box down below and use the promo code down below. Now, we're going to go over and take a look at the SPY real quick. Now, the SPY, we have a lot of gaps out there on the SPY. And as we're looking at this, we have 1, 2, 3 consecutive gaps out there on the SPY. Now, does that mean we're going to come down and fill it today? It does not. All right. Again, we're going to see how the market shakes out once the market opens up. But essentially, we closed below value area low out there yesterday. What does that mean? Well, that means that we are likely going to come up and retest 409.02. POC, which is a naked POC, 410.52, and then 412.10. Now, if we stay above 4009.02, then the next target location we want to focus on will be the POC level. But if we start breaking back down below this level, keep in mind we have naked POCs below us, and the first one is going to be 403.62. And if we come down and hit this naked POC, that will also go
Hyundai Kona versus Toyota CHR. Hyundai Kona wins.
Sorry about that. A little bit of advertisement going through. We're watching some Traders Reality, actually. I love this guy. He's amazing. Name's Tino.
But again, the markets will open in 7 minutes time, so we're not going to know to try and reverse it back down again, and the same thing applies.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to little Tino. My trade kind of went against me. I already said, like I proposed to everybody, we already hit a long here, sold here, long here, sold here, long here, sold here. So we took a chance because of our successful nature so far. We're gonna be listening to Tino. He's talking about the W formation. I actually might put him on. Here we go. Here we go. This is Tino right here.
A smaller pattern.
It's a really interesting thing. We'll maybe pop this on for a few seconds.
All right. So what the idea
W formation, very key. So we're watching. This is a W or an M. Boom, boom, boom.
We always anticipate a retrace once there is a W
an M. Boom, boom, boom. W. Boom, boom, boom.
Can we assume that W formation, rise
up,
bigger,
down, up.
So the logic suggests that we expect support to come into play from this zone to see dollar yen move up. That's what the 1 hour cycle suggests. Okay. Inside of here, you've got mini cycles. So you've got W formation, rise up level 1, rise up level 2, rise up level 3, peak formation, drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, peak formation, shift out. So
just to be clear, we are still long on the SP 500. We are still long on Bitcoin. Regardless, I feel that there might be a pop. This looks like a short period of time, but it is not. I feel that there's going to be a pop in Bitcoin today. We're going to try and get a stop loss in as fast as we can on this S&P 500 trade because we got a little higher than we should have. We played a little fast and loose because we made so many successful trades.
Where the last area of manipulation was, that suggests that they're getting ready to work higher. So you're looking for the next target, which will be a level 2 rise. Level 1, rise up level 2, rise up level 3, peak formation, drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, peak formation, shift out. So cycles within cycles, patterns within patterns. That's how we use this logic of a weekly cycle. And if you are new to the channel, you don't know what I'm talking about, check the W formation, rise up level 1, retrace, rise up level 2, retrace, rise up level 3, retrace, drop level 1, drop level 2, drop level 3, peak formation. Done. This is a weekly cycle. This area right here is a level 1. So you anticipate when it can hold away from this area here.
All right, we are almost getting to the point of setting a stop loss on this stupid S&P 500 trade that we made that almost took out our profits. So get ready, everybody.
The same principle applies on level 2. And then by the end or midpoint of the week, we would expect a formation for them to try and reverse it back down again. And the same thing applies on the way down. So
take what this guy says, a great guy. Traders Reality. I know there's only a couple of you all listening. Go listen to Santino. He doesn't tell you many direct things about what's happening in the market, but his theory is amazing. Combine what he says with poker, it's going to give him a thumbs up. Why not? Boom. Combine what he says with poker, and everything pieces itself together. I use he's talking about cryptos, and he kind of converted to cryptos. He started with Forex. I use every single thing he said to formulate what I have done in these S&P 500 trades. I'm very successful in it. It's something that everybody says they don't like to throw out signals. Those people are losers. I will throw out every single thing I have every single day without ever thinking twice because I know nothing I do is wrong. You just stick with it and it's right, and it's because of this guy right here. Schleps his whole life. You keep at it, you will never lose. Just don't get crazy. Go, and there we go. We're about to get out of this trade. Come on, give us a second chance. Man, it only titillated us for a second. We need to get out of here. I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to give us our chance. Personally, I think if we put our stop loss in too short, we're just going to get cheated. But come on, get up. The market's opening right now. Oh man, it might drop down. We might have missed our chance.
Let's have a look at some altcoins while we're at it. Let me just go over to my altcoins, oink coins, altcoins watch list. Where we at? Here we go. All right, and Solana's currently smashing it to bits, going up. We expected that in a way. We got to see the movement spike up. from yesterday. Happy days. So now Solana's made a nice move, and you know what the treachery is with all altcoins.
Oh man, the market might be doing a little regression towards when the market. No, market opening right now. Okay, good. Man, stuff might move fast. Just give us a chance to get out of this, baby.
In your minds and have an awareness of the psychology of why people are going to buy and sell. We're programmed to believe that price rising is a reason for us to buy. That's why you see
once that little modify order goes green, then it means it fully committed and we can go. Give us a chance. It might not. It's right there.
Trader go long in that area. Just look at this. Here we go. Look. You see this area? This right here, $70 million worth of longs were open at 30,338. All right, look what happened straight after.
Boom, baby. We can't lose now. Thank you for joining me. All right, we are. Oh, and we are even better, folks. We are even better. All right, I'm going to readjust this a little lower just to make sure. Okay, I'm going to do a little. Oh, no, it hit it. Okay. Well, not bad. I mean, $12 off that trade. $12 off it. We already made. We started at 51,170. We're at 51,676. A little bit over $500. We actually think. I personally think long is going to be the play. I actually might rejockey a long into somewhere more so. I would rejockey up, and there we go. It's going. It's going. I might just go long right here.
All right. Now, of course, daily time frames, 4 hour. It's a different.
Don't go long when price is rising. It ain't totally rising right now, though. So let's try it.
The way they move up and down, you're then going to be aligning your mind to be like more focused on what retail's doing as opposed to what a strategy or a system is doing. Okay, you're focusing on retail's behavior. Right, what we got? 5 more minutes until the flavor comes into the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is still holding out. Just need to go into the book map itself and have a look at what we got. So, right, they're coming back down again. I'm not really seeing anything aggressive happening. I'm not too concerned about what's happening in the charts. I've got a big order right now. 773 Bitcoin orders at just above 30,240. 1, 2, 3.
All right, we put our stop loss at 25. Every single thing in our playbook, you divide it by 2. So that would be about 6-point move. What are we at right now? 30, 50. 3150, 3125. It'd be a 575 move, be 275. We would still end with a decent amount of profit. I would actually rather move this lower because I think it might drop down. I think it might actually drop down, hit it, and then shoot back up. I'd actually kind of rather put it lower, but we're not going to play it loose. So no matter what, if that gets hit, it'll still be a couple hundred in profit.
Start coming in at this point. We don't want this to be a resistance because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, nearly 6 hits in this same bloody area. Come on, man. When's Bitcoin going to bring that flavor to us? When's it actually going to make the move? Let's go into XO a second. Let's see what we've got.
Yeah, I love the $10 trades.
Traders right here. You see over here.
Man.
This is the push stack profile. All right. And
what was this one?
What happens in this area is where people are putting limit
buys. Oh, this one's going to be a tanker.
Making sure that they stay there to hold price.
I just want to shove the stop loss down, but I'm in the middle of cooking breakfast and shit too. So let's see. Come on, shoot it back up.
Trying to hold price in this zone, so it looks like they're trying to hold out on the point of control. I really want to see it work.
Play it safe with those stop losses, and you end up just losing all your profit.
See him fill that order because there's orders up there. People just waiting to get filled.
Here we go. Get me back in.
Find their support in this area right here. It's happy days to the upside. I'm not seeing the imbalance just yet on S&P. It's not really bringing me no flavor. I'm looking at it right now, holding at also its point of control. So we're at a very critical point in the chart to decide as to whether or not the same guys who went long here are going to come back.
Maybe I'll just ride this one, take the profit, and eat the loss. Fuck.
So far, right, this is one important thing as well. Those of you that use the 50 EMA cloud, you see the cloud, the lower band? Right now, we've got ourselves.
There we go. Come on, baby. Come on.
If we get beyond this area here, we're going to probably start working our way up. Okay? That's what we're looking for. If they can succeed above this cloud area, the lower band of the cloud, they get beyond the lower band, then we have the upper band that's going to act as an area of support for us. So as long as they trade inside of this area right here, because that's what you would logically want to see happening. All right, you want to see it try and break out so that it can can then move up and hold in that area. That's what we're looking for, okay? Starting to see some action, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2 minutes until the market actually opens up. Here we go. How many of you in the room with me today? 1,200 of you in the room today. Mad love and respect for passing through. We're not really seeing the movement just yet, guys, but we will get the move very shortly. 2:30 is coming.
And there goes the turn. Damn it.
What have we got?
Oh, man, you see? And there he goes. No, and I knew that was going to happen. This is going to smash down.
That's what we're looking for.
I'd want to drop it a little bit more and just fucking ride it back up. But I know it's going to hit the stop loss possibly and just shoot back up. I'll take it.
760, 780. They're adding to orders here. Keep getting cancelled and taken away. Let's see if they can actually
turn to Bitcoin for 1 second. I missed my stop loss time. Man. Forget it. Why? I'll put it down for a bit. Come on, get down further. Before, hopefully I can do it. 41.28.
Markets are opening.
That'll put me at even. Come on. No.
Let's see if we do get the volatility. Because remember, waiting for the market to react to the idea of the news of unemployment claims. So it's going to get a little bit tricky right now.
No. Did you just freeze? God, this program.
S&P's trying to climb
Man, it just sucks.
Bitcoin starting to show some activity. Come on, let me just zoom in closely.
Come on, before it hits.
Big delta negative.
All right, so hopefully I'm just going to ride it out. Forget it. We already hit all that profit. That'll put us in even money, so I'll take it. Big win, big loss day. Start even and full.
We can get that 30,600, man, because that's where the 4.
There we go, back up.
Short liquidations are currently stacked at. Bitcoin is working. Green vector candle should come into play right here. If a green vector candle appears here, I'm going to be a little bit concerned about it. Ah, man, look at that. Straight away, green vector candle comes in. I hope that this starts the move above the 50 EMA. First green vector candle that appears above the 50 EMA would suggest that we're getting ready to start seeing some movement in the chart.
Let's go, S&P. Let's go. Turn a little bit. Then we'll get out of this trade. Start the next one.
Bounce up and down inside a specific zone.
There we go. Come on.
Markets have opened, so the futures markets are now absorbing the news information. We're going to see the truth of it coming into play. Bitcoin has come away from that point of control. That's good news. So we really want to see them hold this area. Stacked imbalance need to come in. Want to see green, like you see these dark green things. Here we go. We got one. Oh, it just got absorbed right there. 160, 185 right there. Still trying to hold out. We do have the VWAP as ultimate support for that zone. Here we go, starting to work its way back down. Let's see if they can trap enough shorts in and reverse price back up. Is Bitcoin going to bring the flavor? S&P's doing it. Really want to see S&P just bring the flavor and come back up into these finished auction zones right there to grab those traders who are set up there hoping that they get an order filled. Let's go back into price. Bitcoin's hold out on that green vector. It's good that it's recovered it, but it hasn't gone down beyond the 50.
Oh, man, S&P, look at you jumping along, up and down, down and up. I love this thing. You see, this is why it's the most fun. Come on. It's just exhilarating, isn't it?
That's good news. 917. So they've added nearly 200 Bitcoin orders to the top side on the idea that we're going to see price moving up very shortly. We've got confluences of the VWAP right there, holding out on the 50 EMA. We've got the rise, the retrace, continuation. Are they going to come back up into this area right here where we anticipate most of the commitment of traders to step in and go long from? Remember the high block. Look at where these guys went long, 70 million. So naturally, the market's going to want to try and do something to get another 70 million or more at the highest point in the chart so they can get traders trapped. Here we go. So look, this is important. When you're trying to work out whether you take a long on the first green vector candle above the 50 EMA, if they recover it sooner, that's good news. So now you're waiting to see if this area is going to act as support. Because if they invalidate this area and drop, that's it. We're coming back down towards this area here. But until we
getting close, man, it's like it could shoot back down fast, but that's a sturdy candle. It is right there. You know, that's what you get. We're doing 50. This one unit right here, one E mini, that's 50x. So when stuff moves, it moves. We're close.
533 Bitcoin orders down in this area here between the 30,250 zone. So we're seeing some madness happening right now. Come on, Bitcoin, man. What are you doing? You're taking too long. Come on, make the move.
I love this guy. So entertaining. It's like he does order flows. You always want to watch him, want to learn some crazy stuff. Order flows is pretty impressive.
Jeez.
And I might just get out of this trade. If this thing's going to just dick around like this, I might get out, let it do its thing, eat the loss, and get back in. But it's like right there, making it tough.
Have our area of support on the S&P. If it can sustain this area, we really need to see the more. Look at the deltas. Can you see the green? You see how green? These are deltas. So they're testing this zone with strength. The buyers are being tested and they're trying to hold out around the point of control right here so that we can get an initial reaction to flush up price and move up. That's what we're looking for. And as long as Bitcoin stays above the point of control at 30,200, it's happy days to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. That's the truth.
You bought at the bottom, FX? That's awesome, man. I bought Bitcoin. I gave a few of my friends a tip too to buy Bitcoin at about 17,500. About 1.5 Bitcoin. Oh man, I sold it at 26. Oh, and here we go. Come on. Go up a little higher. I sold it at at like 25, and then a little bit more at 26, and then that mother effer goes up to 30 and just makes me feel like an idiot. I mean, I already. Come on. Ah, we made $12. Great, whatever. Forget it. All right, I'm pissed. We're gonna wait. It's gonna drop. It's gonna drop a little bit. I'm gonna get back in. Another $12 trade. What a just a blow, you know. What do we do so far? Here to here. What's the fill out? So, oh well, that's perfect. That's good. I now can eat that with that outcome.
Bitcoin can go up and down as much as it wants in this area.
Yeah, man. Buying from the long. You bought from the long. You bought from the bottom. Oh man, it was a great time.
Don't run along from here.
You don't ever have to sell your bottom and long trades. Remember that. You can just trade within it. Keep your longs, keep your shorts if it's running within the momentum of the game, and then just do these little games in between. Everybody's always like monolinear with their stuff. You don't have to do that. I'm trying to decide. Like the S&P is crazy. So it goes down really hard. It goes up really hard. It might just. I'm on a 1 minute chart, so it might actually, like, you look at the grand scheme of this thing. These moves are we doing are nothing. Boom. This thing could all of a sudden shoot down to here like it's nothing, and then all of a sudden by lunch shoot back up. Nuts. It's nothing like Bitcoin. It's crazy. You go fast, you go hard. Look at that. That looks on it. Now this looks unhealthy. Like you look at this on a 15-minute chart pattern. Give you a little hint. The best thing ever on this thing. Let's see. Let's do a little analysis right now. Why not? Got time. Let's do some analysis
from that point because orders above here are actually orders getting ready to sell. Okay. Green vector again. Stopping volume candle on the 1 minute time frame. Whoa. We got some movement. S&P's taken a bit of a dump. Hold on. What's going on here? S&P back into the VWAP. Coming into an imbalance here, possibly. We've got to see the support coming into play. Futures markets are in. We've seen the movement. Not much movement at the start.
Dang.
This could lead to a reversal. Just sit tight. There could be a reversal coming in here. They did this yesterday, and they keep doing this. S&P always does this. Stop hunt, reversal, start with the narrative, and start loading everything up.
Wow.
Bitcoin's doing very well right now in this area, okay? Still holding.
There we go. There we go. Give me a chance.
Bitcoin might not do it straight away, but S&P probably will. Let's see if they decide to do it. What we got here? Still holding that VWAP back into that zone there. Stopping volume candle. Go to higher time frames for a split second.
Gonna do a 30.75 entry. Up, there we go, baby. All right. We are back in the game just as fast.
There we go. Now we got to see the reversal coming
into
play.
Those stop losses.
Is it going to happen? Are the same guys going to step in? Back at the VWAP point. Bitcoin's broken his point of control. So this is all or nothing for Bitcoin. Otherwise, it's just going to rip lower if it can't hold this point of control. Bitcoin really needs to hold that zone. S&P's coming down. Still going, but I'm not really seeing that many imbalances. Come on. No buy stepping in yet. Bitcoin still below the point of control. Coming down to the VWAP. We know what they like to do at the VWAPs, guys. We know they like to reverse from those points. Here we go. It's stacked imbalance. Imbalance is coming in, sorry. Is this our reversal? Come on. Lift it. Bitcoin coming back up. They really need to do it. They really need to shift it out. Let's just go over here a second. Have we got anything else coming out? Okay, Bank of Governor, he's actually talking right now. G20 meetings. Other than that, we don't really have anything going off in the charts right now in terms of news announcements. Bitcoin really needs to hold this area here. We're still inside of our zone. Still holding the VWAP right there. Exos, here we go. Waiting for that. No imbalances to the sell side. Looks like our reversal point's coming into play. Bitcoin's going back up. Happy days. Usually do this stuff. Here we go. Want to see them hold out. You know, as long as it's not a false move, we should actually see this move up right now. And Bitcoin's holding that point of control. That's good news. Again, coming away from the VWAP. This has to be the point that Bitcoin moves after such an aggressive sell-off. Look at that. Holding out. Yippee-ki-yay. Here we go. Come on. S&P's reversed. Look at that. Stop hunt low, shift out. Trap the traders, trigger the orders, and up they go. Now we want to see if they can hold it, because it's clear as day that there's interest in this area here. Get back up above that point of control, 12,000. Get to value area high. That'll be a decent day. Bitcoin still above that point of control right there. Let's go into order book. Here we go. 747 Bitcoin orders at 30,350. Still no cancelling of them going actually any lower. Bitcoin's held out again. It's a tricky situation, man. It's one of those. This is the make or break.
Getting back into some
Bitcoin
trades.
out here, then we're shifting up. That's where we're going. And are we getting the clues from the order book? 748 orders right there, still static, and they're not closing them off. All right. That's
Man, I really felt like Bitcoin was going to spike today. We had some great news.
Nothing much is happening here.
I mean, look what it did for the S&P. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but that right there would have been, you did a mini trade, it would have been a $750 rise. And we are back in the business, boys. Stop loss. Oh, don't hit my stop loss. Don't hit it again. And there we go. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We get it every time. Every time. I love it. Oh, my God. I'm pretty sure I just made like $80 stop losses at $10. This is nuts. I just got to get it. I got to get back in. I got to get back in. It's just not going to stop. I think I could get a better number, though. Come on.
Bitcoin. Now it's
Give me 30. Give me 30.
S&P still rolling over. Not really seeing it's
Look at all these. Oh my God, it just shoves it right in my face and jumps back up. That's what it does. Just shoves it right back in your face. Impressive. And there we go. That would have been that would have been everything I wanted.
Have a look at what's going on there. Tesla's up nearly 1%, man.
All right, I'm going to get back in. I just feel it's sturdy. I feel it's
recovery of the green vector candle shift out to the upside. That's usually what
and I'm going to do a little technical analysis right now.
They've actually filled the gap in principle. Now
okay, so it looks like it's about to go turn on a mini micro scale.
And that's on the 15-minute time frame. Nice little W formation on Tesla. Hopefully that actually plays out and works in our favor to come back up. Happy days. Give me your assets, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting about it. Come on, Bitcoin.
Let's see.
Give me that flavor so I can leave my people.
Not looking good.
Let them trade.
Looking all right.
What's going on here? All right, then.
Not looking good.
This usually happens to me. All right, then. Cool.
Not looking good.
I just did it again.
Not looking spectacular. I mean, indifferent. Not looking bad. Not looking good. Not looking bad. Different.
All right, Em.
Bad.
Happy days. Whilst that's working, let's go back into the order. Here we go. 745.
Weird. Pop.
Really
just choppy. Bad.
Here we are. Go 1 minute time frame. Okay, then. Assets. Matic.
If it closes here,
Matic.
Good.
Climbing up. 15-minute time frame. Big push up here from Matic.
You know, I'm going to go long. I'm going to go long, and I think it's going to drop.
We're at highs right now. Matic, double top formation, maybe M formation.
Come on, drop down and hit me. Drop down and hit me.
Right there, that we got to be careful.
There we go.
As long as Bitcoin can sustain this, we've got a green vector candle continuation zone right here, which would suggest that we expect further movement by Matic to come down to test to continue up if they can sustain it. Otherwise, the stopping volume candles right here are going to be a bit of a problem for us, as you can see right there. Now, next assets, let's have a look at.
Man, I just trade like this all day, man. I don't give a shit if it's $10. $12. I'll just make maybe at most on some of those. But I'll do 30 of them in a day, and I'll kill it. 30 $10 trades added in with some $25 to $50 trades. Man, I rip $500 from this mofo every day. These little trades, you will never get caught in a bad loss. That's the thing. Like, I might get like a little couple $100 loss here and there, but not going to lose. I do this
Actually,
5 days a week, man.
Happy days. Oh, look at that.
Everybody
FTX
talks
back
about
down
that
again.
fucking
Classic. Look,
long-term
wait for the
swing
50, now it's
trading
come back down to
shit,
test into that
macro
zone. So
1
again,
month.
any
These
altcoins above the
cocksuckers, they
50
come
EMA,
out
let me
onto
know so I can just check 'em out. Let me have a look
YouTube, and they're like, "Oh man, nothing's changed."
doing well,
I was like,
climbing
dude,
up. Quite a
I was
lively
like, you
trade
could have
on
made
that side. You've got to be
$1,000
careful
up
with
and
that.
down, but
Dogecoin
nothing's changed.
holding
Looking at a
out
fucking
on
1
the
month chart,
S&P.
jackass.
Is S&P doing anything right now? Still
What?
holding
Right
that
there.
area.
If I
They've
went
come
right
back
there, I
up
would have
towards
just made
the
another
bottom of that
$12.
area. Really
Would have been
want to see
out
the
of the
commitment
trade.
coming into
Damn,
that
that would have been
point. Even
$100
though
bucks.
down below the point
Okay,
of control,
forget it. I'm
just
gonna
waiting
set
for
my
the
stop
commitment
loss.
to come
Forget
in.
it. I don't care if I
We're in the
rip,
BRICS box right
if I
now.
just
What
rip
else
a
we
12
got?
bucks out of this
Dino,
thing
Dixie. Let's have a look at
daily.
Dixie.
I'm just gonna do it.
Dollar dominance is
This
going
thing might
down.
get
That tells us
volatile right quick. So,
Euro
oh,
is
don't
going
do this
up.
to me.
Oh my days, man. Principle says that Bitcoin should be getting ready for a move up right now. It has to be getting ready for a move. Okay, Euro is on its way up, going into the London Brinks M5 formation right there. Okay,
Doing other
so
stuff,
that
and I
suggests to us
missed
that
my
we've got
chance.
some
Come
interest
on,
coming in.
baby. Let's
I'm
go.
seeing
Go back
interest
up.
coming
Go
in
back up.
S&P right now. Bitcoin should be making a move now. Bitcoin needs to be making the move. It takes a little while, but it always does this. It delays itself, and it doesn't actually give us the flavor. S&P's moving. That means Bitcoin should be doing it. It's holding.
This might be my first losing trade of the day. Actually, I do not like this.
Area high and S&P keeps moving up. Bitcoin should follow suit as well.
I actually think it might be.
Just yet from Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Is she doing it?
What am I doing?
Ethereum's holding
22.
out. Jasmine Coin's still doing well. It's climbing up nicely. These altcoins are just crazy with the way they move.
I think this is going to be my first losing trade of the day, and I knew I should have watched it faster.
Sideways BS
Knew
right
it.
now. Not really seeing the flavor coming in just yet. Let's go over and look at gold. Gold is still holding out. It's Euro that's leading the party, guys. Euro's leading the party. NASDAQ, here we go. Point of control, spike up, vector candle recovery. Nice little projection there that we played into. I'm still waiting for that S&P flavor to come in. Here's the S&P right now. Still got a zone that we want to see them come back into. Red vector candle region, holding the 50 EMA right here. There's a validation for that, where we're still in the Brinks. Look at this. You see this area here? This is the Brinks box. When that finishes, which is at 3 o'clock, which is in the next 15 minutes, then you're going to have a clearer look at where the market is going to end up. Oil. Let's have a look at oil. All right, listen. They're talking about oil going to $100 a barrel, okay? Now, I'm going to be doing a video later on tonight talking about that.
Yeah, I don't like the way this is. I don't like the way this one's looking. I was just looking for a fast pop. I did not think it looked good. I thought. And I think we might get caught on a down spike with this one. It's just after the market open, volume's lowering. We might get caught with a down pop, might eat like the last few trades up.
With oil, okay? They're breaking the 800 EMA on the 8-hour time frame. No retraces back down. Remember, oil is a commodity, and any news that you hear about any overseas players causing issues, OPEC, Saudi Arabia. By the way, Saudi Arabia is taking water from the Arizona, stealing water from there. No one's saying anything to them. Anyway, we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, still currently at that 800 EMA, so just keep an eye out on oil in this area. Just mark it off. I think it's, $82.73 is that area right there, okay? Now, let me just go over to the US 30. For anyone that does trade the US 30, go to the 1-hour time frame. They're just selling off a little bit. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not really seeing that much of an aggressive sell-off. Green candle, red candle formation. 13 minutes time, we're expecting the next candle to come back up and recover this red vector candle zone. So just be careful of this if you're trying to run shorts on this, because they may hold out in this area.
Man, I kind of want to get out of this trade and just eat the loss. I just feel like it's going to turn against me. Like if this thing doesn't really like pop up now, I might just get out, minor loss,
the vector candle,
start trading again.
Vector candle here. We can have a wick. But what I found is, in experience, every time they do this, the next candle will try and recover some of the wick to shift out and go even higher. So just be mindful of that, okay? Going into Tesla again, still holding out, getting ready to move up. Apple, big gap up in Apple, filling the gap right there. That's a good sign. And we're starting to see some movement right now. Is Bitcoin going to make the flavor happen or not? Just before I go, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Okay, so it looks like it's acting... Something's brewing here. I need to get the 5-minute time frame up. Are we going to get the flavor to the upside? Come on. Let's go into Bookmap.
Wow, Ethereum, look at that. Ethereum acted just like acted like the SP500 did.
If they can stay above the point of control right here,
S&P 500.
And we'll go into that value
Ethereum.
area high zone where they're going to
Bitcoin.
start seeking value. But remember, if they break
Oh,
higher
didn't do
beyond
anything.
the value
See,
area
look
high,
at
which
this.
is
You
at
see that A right there? That
30,300,
was,
that's
look at
where
that.
you
That
would
A.
naturally expect
Hey, look at Ethereum.
reversals to happen in
Oh,
the value
that's what
area
I thought
high zone,
Bitcoin
because
was gonna
because
do.
look, there's not many
Guess
people who are
not.
buying. There's
I'm an idiot.
355 orders here, so they keep marking towards that
Oh,
area
if I
and
get,
then reverse back down when you
this
decide
gives
to
me a
take
second
trade on
chance.
that principle.
Oh
Make sure you have
no.
an awareness of
Oh
where
no.
price is being sold from. That way you're not caught out in holding on to dear life for a trade. Okay? Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed today, man. Mad love and respect for passing through. We're going to be doing a video later on tonight talking about what madness has been happening in Florida. More importantly, this story about water with Saudi Arabia and how oil is probably going to be the next gold. Mad love and respect, ladies and gentlemen. Trade safely, and I'll catch up with you later. Peace.
This Jason Casper guy, not a bad guy to listen to. Oh man, wow, right under, right under. Let's go. Give me my money back. Give me my, and here we are, baby. One more, come on, 2 more ticks. 2 ticks away. 2 ticks away.
Hey there, no need to adjust your TV, or more likely your phone. You're watching a recycled commercial.
This is a code red. The charts are screaming at us, but unfortunately, most people are not paying attention. And now Bitcoin is trading above $30,000, a very, very massive pivotal level. And in addition to that, we have just confirmed another massive bullish signal that I believe is going to result in much more upside for Bitcoin. However, right now we are consolidating in what appears to be a
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to do it at dead even. That means I'm going to lose money. Everybody who says you exit at entry, that means you lost all of your.
For the rest of the week and the
I don't want to do that. I'd rather at least make $10. So here we go. Did that cost me? That's cost me $200
on YouTube. And so
and I'm an idiot.
Guys, Bitcoin pumped, and here's what's going on the weekly chart. Right now, we are trading above this very pivotal level, this 29.3-ish to $30,000 level. It's the value area low of this old range from the top of the old bull run. And it's this only weekly zone of resistance that we have.
Keeps early ringing these. That means there's like some crazy fluctuations between the markets and the candles. My alarms keep getting rung without the actual candles hitting them. Means there's a disassociation between like the data. That's how like my stop loss. Wow.
That we are printing multiple macro bottom signals on the very high time frames. I'm talking the monthly. I'm talking the weekly. I believe that the bottom is in. So a week
like that means I don't know what I'm trading. Like you see how it keeps dinging those? I should be able to get out of those trades because in reality it's there, but the charts aren't keeping up with like the actual behind the scenes data. Like it's been having this issue a lot lately, and I might just be fucked now.
And we can see here that Bitcoin is trading somewhat of a sideways range right here. But if we take a look at this sideways range, we can see that it's actually forming somewhat of a bull flag. And the target of this bull flag is another very...
I'm going to say fuck it. I'm going to try and get out of this thing as best I can. Like all these alarms ringing and everything, and the numbers not showing up means that whatever's moving behind the scenes, the actual numbers are hitting those alarms. But
and down here, we saw a lot of retail
but it's not hitting it on my screen, so it's not. I'm not to exit the trade on this platform.
CVD divergence as we came down here,
which is like, and they sent us a message about that. They sent me a message about that.
We could see retail
if I have an issue, hand it to them, but it still doesn't change like the money I make today, and I'm about to get fucked when I could just exit the trade there. Come on.
Okay,
push it back up and get me out of this. You're right there.
Bull flag breakout with a target just under $33,000. Now, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, there were 4 levels that I gave specifically to take trades from.
Don't want to get down because I don't. I think overall today we're going to have them. I think it's going to go up later, but the S&P.
Every single one of these levels, even in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, were hit for a trade.
S&P
pocket for a short. We came up to the
and it shoots down and up in a more rapid manner than Bitcoin. So
to this green box for a long. That is how I was actually able to literally get into a trade from the exact bottom of this range and also take a short from the exact top of the range as well, which is what we like to do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. When we are forming these types of patterns, the most advantageous thing a trader can do is actually get into a long from the bottom and a short from the top so that we don't have to play the gamble game if this thing's going to break out or break down, but we can be well positioned basically no matter what happens. So as you can see, we are respecting the resistance.
And look, he had the same idea that I thought. Look at that. Bam. Look at mine. Bam. We're both fools, I guess.
Where we do 3 live streams every single day, walking
there we go. There we go. If this can get me out of this thing. This can get me out of this. Should I even jinx it and try for getting out of there with a little bit of profit? I don't know if I should. No, I'm not. I'm just going to get out of this. Made enough money already. Get out at even money if I can. Count my stars. Get back in the next trade.
Some of these medium and lower term time frames, such as the daily, we see some warning signs here. Okay, now first of all, this is a key area of resistance, and if we're going to get a pullback, it's going to be around this general area right here. Okay, now when we take a look at the 2 indicators I have up here, I've got market cipher B, and I've got the volume indicator right here. Okay. So this volume indicator is showing us how much volume is coming in as the price continues to rise. And we can see that the volume is decreasing as the price continues to increase, which is showing us that there's not as much money actually flowing in to sustain higher prices. And eventually we're going to run out of steam and get a pullback. In addition, when we see market cipher B, we can see we're printing bearish divergences across this whole way. And in addition, the money flow continues to make lower highs. So what this is telling me,
right F in there. Right F in there. Just go up.
Now, how am I
interpreting
these bearish signs? It's very important to understand that when we are in a very bullish market scenario, which I believe we're in,
come on, there we go. Oh my God, it's like watching a fucking sporting event. Go, motherfucker!
I believe that
come on!
Result in pullbacks.
All it's gotta do is go right there, right there, right there.
They will provide us
not even right there. Just do it, do it. Oh my God. It's just gonna stop right at my number and they'll just fuck me. That's what it's gonna do.
So
come on.
Let's talk about some potential trade setups that we can be looking for during the rest of this week. Now, first of all, it's very possible that this bull flag does in fact break to the upside, right? That is very possible. And when we take a look at the daily time frame, we can see that if this bull flag does break to the upside, we're actually coming into this old range that we have basically traded in March of 2022, right? And the way things work is if the price actually comes back up into an old range, we can actually use these levels to take trades. What that means is right now we're in the middle of this old range. If the bull flag breaks out, we can be looking for a short trade from the top of that old range if we continue to see bearish divergences, right? If we come up to these highs, something like this, we can actually look for a short trade from up here. And by the way, if you want to take these trades on Bybit with 0% limit fees, click the link in the description of the video, because not only do you get 0% limit fees, but if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of our tool, the Crypto Fusion Trading Bot, which will actually trade for you. It's a really great tool. You can check that out on the website as well.
Man, it's just going to go right up to my number and not cross it.
Or take our courses, which will actually teach you how to do this in a systematic way so that you can catch the juiciest entries like this. Now, I don't usually brag, guys, but this was a juicy entry right here. I can't believe I caught that. Wow, amazing. So this would actually be a potential short setup to look to take from just under $33,000, where we could actually look for now a retest of these highs at that $29,000 to $30,000 before another move to the upside. So that is one scenario for a potential trade, right? We have to be aware that although this is bullish, we're seeing these bearish divergences start to print, which means if we come up to key areas of resistance, well, that means we can be looking for a short. Another potential here is the bull flag simply does get a breakout, right? And we're trading this as a sideways range, which means if we come back down to the low of the sideways range, we can be looking for longs down here and then actually hold these longs to the breakout of the bull flag. That's actually what I'm currently hoping for.
And we are back. Look at this. Look at this thing. Look, come on, give me profit. Give me profit.
Now,
do it. It's just gonna, dude, don't stop at my profit line again, bro. This does it to me 1, 2, 3, 4 times. But I could have just exited here like an asshole and made $100, but I didn't. Go.
If we get a Bart Simpson pattern here, what levels do we need to be aware of if we're in buy the dip mode? Now, there's a few zones I will be looking at. First of all, It's very, very
Oh,
simple.
thank you, Jesus.
Looking for some
Pray to whatever
signs
God
on
that
the
you
chart.
oh my God, and it did it. Oh my God, and it did it. You were there for that.
Okay, so
Whoa.
when we're
There
looking
we go.
at
There
this
we
chart,
effing
we
go.
see, okay,
There
in the
we
past,
effing
the
go.
price has found through resistance
$115 right there.
the selling
Boom.
point right here.
Boom.
It's also a Fibonacci
Fucking
of
600
and
bucks.
Fibonacci
There we
38.
go. Just made
Right
600
around
bucks in the last hour. I am done.
What that
I
means
am
is
done. I
looking for
pressed my
Bill
luck.
Simpson
Thank
is
you.
in first place.
I'll see you guys later. I appreciate that.
First place would be looking for bullish signs to get into a long. If we don't see any bullish divergences here, then we wait until we come down to our lower zones. And what we're doing is we're simply just looking at where did price used to have resistance, and now we're going to be looking at that old resistance as support. So we've got the 28.6 level, then a very juicy level at $28,000. $28,000, in my opinion, would be a very bullish place to get a bounce. It would be a very healthy pullback coming back from our current place right now, about 7-8%. Shake out a lot of people who are looking to long the bull flag, fulfill the Bart Simpson, basically give back everything that we gave on this pump, cool off a little bit, and then we can get into a juicy long from a golden pocket plus high volume node confluence. Okay, so these are some trade ideas that I am currently looking at as we continue within the next few days and potentially even next few weeks. And if we do get along from 28K, I would actually be looking to come up to that $30,000 level, which is a beautiful 15% trade setup right there. So these are some of the things I'm looking at, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell for notifications. That is it for today's video. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you are super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace, y'all.